Hey guys, it's end of May and I'm out at Waterloo State Recreation Area, and I'm gonna hike out to the Pines Campground. It's a pretty rustic campground. I think there's a water pump and a vault toilet, but it's no fires allowed or anything like that. So trying to decide if I'm gonna go like 5 miles or 10 miles to get there. So it kind of depends if I want to take equestrian trails and that, but it's like 70 degrees. It's pretty nice out. Looks pretty buggy actually, so hopefully try to stay tick free. That's my goal. But it's a really nice day right here before Memorial Day weekend, so let's get hiking. So yeah, I'm a quarter mile in, and I did the exact same thing I did last time I was here. The wrong way. Just came up to Ridge Road, and I was like, man, I don't think I'm supposed to cross Ridge Road. So I looked at the map, and so yeah, backtracking to the trailhead, and then I'm gonna go the other way. Maybe next time I come out here, I'll do it correctly. Sheesh. Got it together. I'm just a little over a mile in, and what I'm actually doing is, it's called the Waterloo Picnic Trail, and if you're not from around here, this is probably the best hiking in southeast Michigan. Got some nice hills here and there, and I mean, it's just a great time to be hiking right now. This whole trail, if you do it from start to finish, it starts in Waterloo State Recreation Area and then goes into Picnic State Recreation Area, and it's like I think it's about 34 miles. And a couple buddies of mine trail ran it one time, and that was miserable, but it was a really fun experience. But yeah, they take really good care of the trails here, and weather's beautiful. It is supposed to rain tonight and then all day tomorrow, so it could be a little bit messy, but we'll see. So this is how you know you're in southeast Michigan. Come up to get a nice view, and you got a lot of trees. There's no mountains, there's no beautiful lakes and rivers at this vista. Pure Michigan. So I don't really know how far I am, and to be honest, I don't know, not paying attention, and I took a side trail that looped around, and so I have no excuse for my navigational problems, but so I don't really know. I probably still have 4 miles to go or something like that, so just silliness, but the trail's good. really green and actually really tight in some areas with all the vegetation. And it must be the first one through here in a while, because every spider web has been taken down by my face. But this is the trail, the blue blaze. This is what we're looking for, and what I didn't look for when I missed my turn. So it's usually not hard to follow, but I was obviously lost in my own thoughts or something. That squirrel scared me. So yeah, here we go. Getting closer. I think I'll just head straight into camp and worry about the equestrian trail some other day. So this is one of those nice hills. You go up and over and then back up around through there. So it doesn't look too steep here, but it is. It is. That's right. You gotta drink when you get to the top. Oh, that's good. Oh. So, yeah, there's poison ivy like everywhere. So I'm trying to find a good spot to pull stuff off and try to stay out of it, but it's everywhere. It's hot. I mean, it's only like 70, but it feels, those hills can really get you heated up. Yeah, so I get to go down those hills tomorrow and back up the ones I went down today. So, let's see, so started over here, a little bit off the map actually, and 13, and followed the path down here to 14, which is where we are right now. So, just gonna keep following here to 15, and straight across to 24, and then this is actually where camp is. Pretty sure. So yeah, that's got a little ways to go, and it's been nice. It's been a nice hike. I almost stepped right in that. Yeah, so there's poop everywhere. I just saw about 4 or 5 folks on horses come by, but there's just road apples everywhere. It's kind of gross, but it happens when you share trails like that, but looks fun. All right, so here we are. We are at number 15, and so we're headed to 24. Yeah, if I was feeling crazy, I'd come around and do this, but quite honestly, I'm gonna head to 24, which is that way. And then once we get there, we'll just keep on heading towards the camp. All right, so here we go. So I have officially now hiked 5 miles, and let's see what that sign says. No shooting, that's good. So I still have a little bit to go since I didn't follow the map and got myself turned around like a goober. Which way? Which way? I think it's this way. Well, if it wasn't the right way, at least there's a sign up here to tell me it wasn't. Hopefully this is point number 24. Hot dog it is. Alright, so made it here. Now we just have a little jaunt to the site. So which way to that way? That's the 15's to the right, so that means I'm taking the blue blaze. Alright, cool. Have to think it through every once in a while so I don't make a silly mistake again. End up going a mile in the wrong direction. I actually do have a paper map with me as well, just in case. I pull it out every once in a while just to make sure it all lines up. Normally I don't need to use one. I always bring one, but I usually don't need one when I'm at a place like this because it's so well marked. But every once in a while I mess it up. Oh well, all's well that ends well. So if memory serves me correctly, we are almost to the Pines Campground, and it's called a campground, but there ain't much. And there's some dirt on the ground and a place to put a tent. And some trees to hang hammocks, I suppose, too. But we'll get set up here, and once we're all set up, I'm gonna go check and see, make sure the water's on. I called to make sure it was on, and they said it was on. So it's a good start anyway. But yeah, we're walking into camp here in just a minute. All right, so we're here we are, coming into camp. There's the outhouse. There's some folks coming in right now, and here is the Pines Campground. I had to make a reservation for a site, which I did, and I'm at site number 3. So fires are prohibited here, unfortunately. I think it probably says that somewhere. Yeah, it does. No fires. Yep, so there's camp 1. There's camp 2. That's camp 3, I guess. And you can see that somebody already made a fire here a while ago. Not surprised. So that's the drinking water situation. So there's that water there. You can see there's a stable up here, horses and all that. So take good care of them, I guess. So that's like about a half mile, give or take, from the camp. So beats carrying a bunch of extra water in, that's for darn sure. And it's hard to find good streams and stuff unless you're really prepared. That didn't make sense, but anyway, yeah, so now I should have plenty of water for the evening, cook up some dinner, and just relax and enjoy the evening. Check the weather again. We're not expecting rain until about midnight, so, but it's already started to cool down. So it's in the low 60s right now. It's gonna get down in the, I think, like mid 40s, low 40s overnight. So it'll be comfortable. Oh, I got my 20-degree bag, which I really like it, and keeps them nice and toasty. So it's almost dinner time. So I am having dehydrated stew and dehydrated chicken. My father-in-law gave this to me, and so he actually dehydrated the chicken himself. So I'm actually really looking forward to trying it, and he gave me a lot. He gave me a lot of it, so it's like perfect backpacking food. So I'm gonna cook that up here, boil some water, pop it in, see what happens. All right, here we go. So a little change of plans. The Ziploc route didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. It just wasn't rehydrating, so I texted my wife, and she's like, just put it in the pot. And I'm like, I don't want to make any dishes. And so anyways, it's in the pot, and so it'll be edible. Crunchy noodles aren't really that appetizing. So anyways, it's getting close. Now you want to see what it looks like? It looks like barf, actually. There you go. So, yeah, yum. So, it's about there, and I'll have some stew. Some chicken stew. Not even a thing. Alright, so we're going to give this a shot. It's, I think, probably scalding hot. So it's going to like... we'll see what happens. Maybe a little al dente. I know what they call it. Not bad. Definitely had worse. But it is hot. So I checked earlier. None of the other campsites were reserved, so I might have the whole place to myself tonight. So, being a Thursday night, and this isn't really one of the popular campsites. It's more for the folks that are doing the Waterloo Picnic Trail, starting from, I don't know, the Green Lake or something. And then this is like the first stop. It's like 15 miles in, and then I think they can go to Blind Lake, and that's another, I don't know, 10 or 12 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. So, but anyways, yeah. So this is just it's a bummer you can't have fires, but it's all right. It's just nice to be out, enjoy the solitude and the quiet. And there aren't a lot of people out today. There's some folks up at the horse stable. There were those folks I saw on the horses, but all in all, pretty quiet. Yeah, so I'm just hanging out right now. It's like 7:30, 7:40, and just enjoying, really doing nothing. Sitting, listening to the birds and stuff. It's cool. So about a year ago, it was actually in March of last year, my daughter and I came out. It was right before they closed everything down, and we hiked out here. Basically the same thing I'm doing this trip, and it was bitter cold, and I mean, it was like in the teens overnight, and my daughter froze, and I thought she was never going to go backpacking ever again. But I was actually super comfy. We both had 0-degree bags, so so being back here is kind of cool, and it's just a lot better weather though. It was cold, and not being able to have fire only made it that much worse. So, but yeah, it's really nice, really peaceful, and the fact that there's nobody here is, I mean, it's even better. So yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting and watch the sun go down, and I don't think there's going to be a starry night. Looks like a storm's rolling in, so tomorrow morning's going to be interesting because it's not supposed to stop raining until, I don't know, tomorrow night or something. So it's going to be a messy morning, I'm afraid. So we'll see what happens. You never know. So yeah, it's just after 8 o'clock, maybe 8:10, something like that. And yeah, the campsite or campground it's all mine. It's cool. Winds coming in, and you can tell there's gonna be some weather, and it's gonna be a cold, messy morning. And I'm prepared for it. There's all kinds of things falling out of the trees. Or I guess they're, what, pine cones. But are they pine cones? Oh, here, I just found one. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's, yeah, these little pine cones. And they're dropping all over when the wind picks up. Some folks with horses right over there. So it's been a nice quiet evening, and I'm really enjoying it. I just wish I could have a fire, man. Oh well. I want to follow the rules, so that we can keep coming out here and doing this sort of thing. But yeah, it's nice out. It's great, and I'm not kidding. I'm dreading the morning. If it rains like the weather's forecasting, it's gonna be, you know, like low mid 40s and rainy, and ugh. So that's all right. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I guess. But until then, we're gonna make the best of it. So yeah, just gonna wind down here. It's still really bright out. It's still really nice. So I'm just gonna kick around and enjoy it. So I think I saw a clown in here with a free hugs sign. So what do you think? Would you go in? I think we'll go in. Honestly, isn't this kind of creepy? I mean, I've stayed here before, but it's kind of creepy. I guess you probably can't see much. So they call it the Pines for a reason. It's weird when the wind blows really hard and you can hear the trees creaking. So I'm going to start to wrap it up here, I think. It's supposed to rain at 9 o'clock, and it's probably 9 o'clock. And it's not raining, thank goodness. So it still looks like it might be a little bit later, but we'll see. I'll let you know what happens. So it hasn't quite started raining yet, but the wind keeps picking up, and I'm just here in the tent getting ready for it. So it's, I I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. It's dark and it's time for bed and time for the rain to come. So yeah, I guess I'll see you in the morning. So it's been raining all night and it's morning now. It's like 7 and it just won't stop. There were a couple times where it stopped and it sounded like it was just coming off the trees, but now it's picked up again. And kind of regret not getting up like an hour ago and just packing everything up, but it's I'm waiting for it to slow down to a point where I can tear the tent down. So I'm gonna pack up everything in here, and then once the moment's right, scurry off. So it's 7:30 and I just got going. Everything's pretty soaked, but not terrible actually. Got my pack cover on and my rain stuff, so it's not a big deal. Especially when you're leaving. All right, it's like as long as I get to the car, I'm good to go. Whoops. So should only be about 5 miles today since I'm gonna not get lost. But last night there was something. I don't know. It sounded like two animals going at it, and it happened probably 3 or 4 times all night. Just creepy, man. But didn't sleep very well. Didn't make any coffee. But every time I've made coffee, it's always tasted like crap. So I probably shouldn't even bother. But all in all, it wasn't a bad night. And so yeah, we just hike on out and enjoy holiday weekend. So I just came up the 3 or so switchbacks down there, and now I think they trick you. I remember this hill, and then we're going right up that, and it's a lot worse than it looks. I read somewhere that they call a hill out here Murder Mountain, and I wonder if this is the one, because every time I've been up this one, it takes the breath away. It's a tough hill. Probably at least for me, the hardest one out here. So. All right, let's get to it. So yeah, it is like absolutely pouring. I mean, if I had to stay out here another night, might be a tricky one, but I don't. I'm thankful for that. But it is just turning the trail just to a muddy mess, especially when we're sharing with the horses. I mean, it's part of the fun, I guess, right? I mean, I knew this was very likely. I guess when they say it's gonna rain, does that mean sprinkle, a drizzle, or a downpour? And it's coming down good now. And I'm already nice and soaked up, so we're just gonna enjoy the ride. I think I only have about 1.5 miles or so to go. Making a lot better time than I did on the way in. Of course, I'm not getting turned around, but I'm also the rain's good motivation to move a little faster. So here's what we're working with. This is another good spot. The trail's just a big mud puddle, and so I'm trying to, I mean, it's kind of too late, but I'm trying to keep my feet from getting too muddied up and and wet, but it is what it is. So just a messy slog back to the car. But we're gonna make it. We're really not that far away now, so looking forward to getting dried up. And I mean, honestly, I'm not cold at all. If anything, my thumbs are probably the only thing. They're a little bit on the chilly side. I'm coming down this section here, so I'm trying to be careful. But yeah, another maybe half hour, hopefully less, and I'll be calling it for the day. So I think we're just maybe half a mile away. Just heading to, there's a lake. We're gonna take us down by the lake. So I'm basically following the same path I came in on yesterday. So once we get to the lake, then we'll be really, really close. What a difference a day makes. Wow. Yesterday the sun was shining, and it's really beautiful though. You know, that rain coming down, the misty fog stuff out there. It's beautiful. So yeah, my GoPro batteries died. GoPro batteries died. I think the cold just got to them, and my battery bank didn't hold up very well either. So anyway, so yeah, this was Waterloo Recreation Area overnight trip to the Pines. Hope you enjoyed it. The car's still here. That's always good news. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.